We applied to BIFA Award because we wanted to extend the facilities that we had here. We've been in the building about 9 years and we'd really reached capacity, so we wanted to improve the public areas of the building, giving more space for people to come and see printmaking, take part in our events, and also extend the facilities we have here. The gallery at Northern Print is a space most people come into first of all, and it has loads of different functions. So though there are exhibitions in here, we use it for artist talks, for events and for classes. In the past there was very much a kind of separation for visitors between the gallery and the studio, whereas now there's a viewing window between the two, making more of a link between the kind of equipment, the facilities, the processes for making prints and the work they're seeing on the gallery wall.
In the past it was quite a cramped space with sort of display cabinets and a desk all pushed together, whereas now it's much more open, there's much more storage space, so it's a much more attractive space for people to come into, I think.
There's a lot more space for exhibiting prints here, which is wonderful. There's also a lot more space for printmaking, which enables them to have more people in the studio, making it really a centre of the community for this part of Newcastle. I think is really significant.
We've also invested in new furniture for the gallery, including a special bench for children's activities so that we can offer more drop-in activities for families. So by having an activity bench with stamps and ink pads and things for kids to come and use, we hope that they'll feel it's a place they can add onto their itinerary when they're visiting Ousbourne. The other big change we've made to the building is we've created a loft space. We've put in a new set of stairs. Northern Print's been going 21 years, and over that time we've built up a really amazing collection of prints that people have made here that are a fantastic resource for people to learn from, but we've not been able to catalogue it or to make it accessible. And we've also inherited an archive by a Swedish printmaker, Birgit Skold. She's a very influential printmaker in the UK and in Europe. So we're really proud that her archive has come here, and we're going to be able to open that up for people to see. BIFA Award has allowed us to buy some new plans chests, which means we can store the work properly, safely, securely, and make it accessible to people. And by creating the new loft space, we've actually got space to put those plans chests now as well. We've also got a new hanging system in the gallery. In the past we used to drill into the wall and hang things on screws, but we've now got a rail that we can hang from, which is sort of a great system. It means we can change the exhibitions far more easily, and it doesn't damage the walls. We've kitted out the education room with new cupboards. Over time we've obviously gathered more and more materials and equipment and not had space to put it, so we've now got cupboards that can all go away in and leaves a kind of clear space for people to come and feel creative in.
They've got all the stuff I could need for printmaking here, and you know, it's just been really interesting getting into this and learning how to use the techniques.
The new equipment we've bought for the studio has really responded to the ways artists are making work now, and things like laser cutters are much more accessible at all sorts of levels. Schools have them now as well. It really responds to the kinds of ways people want to make work. So for example, people who have manual dexterity or manual strength problems, who might have in the past made woodcuts or lino cuts, who can't do that anymore, can use the computer imagery and the laser cutter to recreate the same kind of work and print from that. So it's kind of extending the kind of ways of making prints for people, as well as offering new technologies to making prints.
I think that's one of the great things about Northern Print, is that different people do different things and use different techniques. So it's just great to see different techniques being applied and using people's imagination in different ways. I think that's really one of the great things about coming to Northern Print.
We're really thrilled with the support we've had from BIFA Award. I think it's been a very timely investment in the facilities that we have here, and we're really thrilled about the opportunities that's going to give us and the community of people we work with now and in the future.